7 o'clock kind of risky, I would have to say, because Flash hasn't put on his force base, and he has put an SCV on the 12 o'clock just to scout for bases if Flash has put down any, and control tower has gone up for Lita, and Flash has already started researching the um cloak for his race here, and it looks like American has just died to vultures. Very brave of them, and still no force base from Flash. Looks like Flash is going to grab the force base at the 12 o'clock. Because he's put his tank
Yeah,
inside
Flash.
early, he will be able to hold it more easily, defend it more easily, because of the rather small choke.
Yeah, what Flash is doing is forcing the engagement to be near the 12 o'clock base. If you can take that base and secure it, then that's going to be a big advantage for Flash because that's going to be a huge contention point. Um, the tanks are actually engaging right now, running a lot of vultures into the tanks. Um, Flash needs to be careful that he doesn't lose all the tanks here, but as long as he keeps 3 or 4, then he should be able to defend this base if he plans to take it. Lita is going to need to make sure that Flash doesn't take that base, actually. You can't just allow Flash to set up there and then just take another base himself, because that's a very important base for him. He's going to need to get dropships or wraiths out to be able to try to get into that base and deny that from Flash.
Yeah, the differences between looks like engagement coming in. Lita's trying to break that contain. That's not a good idea. What Lita needs to do right now is instead of breaking this like hard rock, he should just go down and grab the 6 o'clock. But Flash with the incredible game sense, that's why he's so much better than other Terran players. He knows what he's doing, and he has put down 2 siege tanks at the 6 o'clock to prevent Lita from grabbing that. And with that base secured, and he's now mining at the 12 o'clock, he will be able to get into a better economic position when he gets to late game. And he has put down 3 starports. Uh, I think he's ahead in starports as well. Yep, he's ahead.
Yeah, this is just really weird play. Coming in, I expected Lita to be the one who was going to be Wraith heavy, but it's actually Flash who's going much more Wraith heavy, and Lita is compensating for that with extra Goliaths. So while both players are going to be making Wraith, I would imagine, Lita's going to be behind, and he's going to have to keep his Wraiths near his Goliaths. He's not going to really be able to engage with them. Well, in the meantime, Flash has an earlier cloak and uh, more starports himself, so he's actually running in with his Wraiths right now, going to try to pick off something in the base. Looks like he's going to find the dropships coming out of the
Oh my god.
starports, and he's going to be able to pick those dropships off. So huge win there from Flash, picking off the dropships just at the perfect time, running in there. He ran into a couple turrets, took a lot of damage on his Wraiths, but he's going to be able to fly those out, get those repaired, I would imagine. And then again, I don't think Lita's even making that many Wraiths at all. So Flash is just going to keep building up his Wraith count, and eventually he's going to have many Wraiths that he's going to be able to harass with, supplement his tanks with, and start picking off SCVs and tanks with himself. So everything going right for Flash right now, so it's really not looking good for Lita.
Yeah, and the Flash is put down a very, very good defense at 6 o'clock. Lita, I don't think Lina has even know about it. Even if he know about it, he cannot do much about it. Uh, just with those 12 o'clock and then 6 o'clock, Flash is certainly in a very, very good position without any big engagement happening. Looks like a lot of SCV has going to the 12 o'clock. Looks like Lita is going to try to break here. Or it's just suicide SCVs. Oh my god, what are you doing? That's a missed timing for Lita. He just lost all those SCVs for free. But the push has finally came. A lot of tanks and race. It's going to break. I think it's going to break. But Glyce running low. If you kill the Glyce, you will be able to kill all the tanks. And the Glyce goes down. Oh my god. The race just have free ground over the tanks. But more Glyce coming in. Glyce might be, Lita might be able to break here. But even if you break this, the cost is too much. It's just, um, it's just not worth it for just better deal for Flash. And Terran defending is way easier than attacking, especially in TVT. So even when Flash has lost this engagement, he's still in a good position, I would say.
Yeah, I'm not sure Lita was very cost effective there. He ran in those SCVs, presumably to take a couple shots while his tanks moved in, but the SCVs went a bit earlier than the they should have to be able to soak up hits, so they just kind of died and then didn't really do anything. Um, Still an engagement going on here. A lot of tanks up for Flash, so with the race and the amount of tanks that he's committed here, I don't think Lita's going to be able to firmly hold this position, but he's at least denying that base for
Okay.
now. What Lita needs to do is to be able to get his own race in the air, to be able to pick off those wraiths that Flash has, and maybe get a Valkyrie or two out. We have seen Terrans go for a lot of Valkyries to supplement their race in TBT, and as long as Flash keeps all of his wraiths there and keeps several tanks there, Lita is definitely not going to be able to take this space. But I think at the same time, just if neither player can take the space, then it's going to come down to the 6 o'clock base, which is where Flash is as well. So Flash still way ahead, and actually, Lita making a lot of starports down at the 8 o'clock base. So it looks like Lita's going to be transitioning to mass air.
Um, yeah, I have just seen that. Looks like my stream is a little bit delayed once again. But like you said, siege tanks have like infinite range as long as one of them is at a ramp or just at a ramp. You will be you cannot mine from this base, and it's very hard to attack into siege tanks. Looks like Lita is just going to abandon the aggression at the 12 o'clock and just instead trying to catch Flash off guard with the with the race and three armories upgrading air weapons and air armors. But well, he doesn't notice that Flash has more stargates than him early on, and he has more, and his three armories is earlier than his as well. And only three Goliaths is not enough for this big race army here. And the dropship coming in
Yeah,
from Flash.
Lita desperately needs to get a lot of race in the air to be able to combat the race of Flash. But Flash is also making a lot of starports, so he's going to be able to maintain his lead. And it's just not looking great for Lita right now. Both players are dumping a lot of resources into the 12 o'clock base. Whoever's able to take that base, I believe, is going to be able to take control of this game. Flash has already secured the 6 o'clock base, and Lita's not even contending that. So if Flash can get the 12 o'clock base as well, then he's just going to be way ahead of Lita, and Lita's not going to be able to do anything about it. So it's kind of desperate times now for Lita. He needs to be able to break the 12 o'clock base and then secure it for himself to even up the base count. The middle of the map has just been a solid tank line all game long. Neither player really tried to contend anything there. And actually, it looks like Lita's making a lot of control towers at the 8 o'clock base, so I'm not sure if he's going to be going for dropships or potentially battle cruisers. And yeah, actually, I see a physics slab, so Lita's going to be going for battle cruisers. I'm not sure how smart that is against a player who already has a lot of wraiths out and cloak, but obviously Lita has a lot of wraiths as well. So Lita is insisting that this go to pretty much just an air fight. He does have more Goliaths, so if he can engage above his Goliaths, then an air battle will be the sort of situation that Lita can win. And at the same time, he is still pushing the tanks away at the 12 o'clock. So Lita has a couple things going for him. If you can get battle cruisers out and be able to maintain a stronger air force than Flash, and at the same time be able to take the 12 o'clock and even it up in economy, then Lita could be coming back into this game.
Yeah, I mean, Lita is just rolling his dice here. He's just hoping that Flash will know that he's going for Goliath, and after seeing the Lita's a lot of starports at the bottom left side, uh, he probably is hoping that Flash will going for some ground army instead. But Flash is not doing that. He's building a bigger air force himself. But the 12 o'clock has been secured for Lita, but it's way too late. The 6 o'clock has already been running for like a good 3, 4, 5 minutes or so. And it's not looking too good for Lita here. But if he can get his battle cruisers out and call Flash off guard, he might have a chance here.
Flash is now pushing towards the 7 o'clock base, the natural base there of Lita, with a lot of tanks, and his Wraiths are there in support as well. So Lita cannot afford to lose this base. He's going to have to try to contest this siege line. He's bringing in his own tanks, and he has his Wraiths nearby as well. he doesn't necessarily need to pick off all the tanks. If you can pick off the lead tanks of Flash, and actually, no, I'm totally wrong. There's more tanks in the natural or in that base of Lita, so he's almost certainly going to lose that base. And Flash at the same time has a lot of Wraiths, so Lita can't engage Wraith versus Wraith unless it's directly over his Goliaths. Flash just pushing in pretty deep here. He's going to be able to kill that base. If he can secure that and not let Lita retake that immediately, then he's pretty much going to secure this game for himself.
Yeah, when Lita's going for the 12 o'clock, he pulled a lot of Z tank from the back to try to break that. And the Flash is using that and to like drop a rock to where Lita is the weakest. Just give it a dead. This is like the death blow from Flash. If the 12 o'clock defense is not a death blow, this is the death blow. And but then Lita's coming in. Uh, looks like he is able to clean this up. No, there's a lot of race inside the main layer. They are going to pick off all the race from Lita and maybe the command center as well. Lita is not going for any battle cruisers. Interestingly, he's just trying to mess around with Flash, I think. I don't know. He
Yeah,
hasn't
kind of
produced
confused the
any
play
battle
there.
cruisers.
Yeah, he may have just seen that Flash made tons of starports himself, so he decided against it. Flash was a bit careless there, losing a few more races than I would have liked to see. And actually, Flash is lifting his science facility now, so he might be going for battle cruisers, making a physics lab on that. So Flash feels that he has the air advantage now. Both players with well over 10 starports, I believe. So um, Flash lost a lot of tanks there, and Lita lost a lot of tanks as well. So there's not very many tanks left other than the just basic tank lines for both players down the middle of the map. So it's just going to be mostly an air battle at this point. Um, when it comes to air battles, it's going to be a lot based on who engages where. If you engage into turrets and then you get caught by the opponent's wraiths, then you can be a bit less cost effective with your wraiths. But since Flash has so many more wraiths, then Lita is just not going to be able to pick engagements. He's just going to have to engage where his Goliaths are. I imagine both players are upgrading their air attack and armor. I haven't seen the upgrades. I think, yeah, I can't really see the quality's not that great. But um,
2-1.
if Flash goes for more, yeah, okay. If Flash goes for battle cruisers faster than Lita, and then Lita is not able to respond by making enough wraiths, then Flash is just going to get yet another advantage. He's already economically ahead. I think Lita has been able to take the 12 o'clock, but I don't think he's been able to retake the natural 7 o'clock.
Yeah. The upgrade for Lita is 2-2 right now. I'm not sure what's the upgrade for Flash for his air army. Yeah, with Flash right now has more resources. He can just pick his engagements. Or looks like Lita's Spartacus has come out. He can just win the resources war. Just keep trading army with Goliath. Trading army with Lita, and he will be able to win a game that way. But interestingly, Lita has gone for a couple of DCs, BCs. BC can soak up a lot of attack from Race. So we'll see how things turn out. And the Flash is suiciding a couple of SCV here. I don't know why he's not attacking with them. Looks like he's attacking with them. But he's not attacking the worker line, so I'm kind of disappointed.
Yeah, Flash was actually able to kill a tank there with SCVs, which is pretty cost effective when you're just sacrificing SCVs to free up food. So we can pretty much assume that both players are maxed out right now with their massive air armies. Lita's finally retaking the 7 o'clock natural and building tons of turrets everywhere. Both players have a lot of turrets. So I think we're actually just going to see both players just sit on their armies for a while, try to look around, try to find a place where there aren't turrets, and try to engage there. But where there are turrets, neither player can really engage. Since Lita has the extra Goliaths on the ground, Flash can't engage any points with Goliaths. And Lita, having all those extra Goliaths, is not able to have as many Wraiths as Flash, so he's not going to be able to engage directly as either.
Yeah, and Flash is doing something very sneaky here. He has clocked all his race, and he's coming in. He's going to snipe a couple of race and just run around using the mobility of the race, just do a little